88.1, love music, love life. It's 5 o'clock and time to share our musings with you on FiveAtFive.
That's right. So what you can do to be a part of our conversation is also we would love for you to share your musings. Send your musings to 0809 444 0981, and reach out to us on Twitter as well. We're at Smooth981 across all platforms.
All right, so first musing today has to do with the banking system in Nigeria. Now, chances are you've kind of this stuff. Chances are you've probably been in a situation where you walked into a bank and had to stand for maybe an hour, maybe even more. And the sad part is that is a waste of time and just almost ridiculous. Okay, so earlier today, I went to a bank and I stood for 57 minutes. Yeah, so I walked in the bank, and after being on the queue for 25 minutes, I called one of the staff over and I said, but does this make sense? I have to stand for 25 minutes to speak to someone in customer service, to tell them the problem I'm trying to sort out. And then they'll tell me, oh, maybe this is not where you should have queued. You should have gone to the next floor or gone to somewhere else. Or they'll give me a form. And then I'm going to go to the side, fill that form, and then queue again to start fixing the problem. So it's very simple, right? When people walk into a bank, there should be a staff to greet them, ask them,
what do you want? What
It's
do you need? How
simple.
can I help you?
Exactly. So people don't have to, I stood for about 35 minutes before I got attended to. So anyways, after I gave that suggestion, the staff said, okay, I'll go and talk to someone in front. And he came back and says, oh, don't worry, they'll attend to you. I'm like, of course they'll attend to me, but when will they attend to me? And about 10 minutes later, another staff comes up to me and asks what I'd like to get done. He says, okay. And then he's doing the same thing with others on the line. So how come in the decades of this bank's existence, no one actually thought that should be a system? Well, I'm glad to know that because I brought it up, perhaps it got someone thinking.
Yeah. Nigerian banks, and this is what I said when you first told me the story, that maybe they were just tired and were just hoping that people would just go away, but then again, there should be someone, who would attend to people's needs, and there should be special people dedicated for that. And I think some banks do have it. It's just that some better than others, really. That's why some people are given the awards for better customer service than others.
Right.
So maybe it's the bank you were, but yeah, if it's a model that should be adopted by everyone, really. That said, for our second musing, I want to talk about cars and air conditioning, and in the car, amongst other things. So you know how people tell you that, yeah, don't use your AC in your car if you don't have fuel. If you're going long distance, for example, now you say, don't use your AC because it will finish your fuel on time.
Right.
Well, I'm telling you, the idea here is this: it's absolutely wrong, right? If you wind down your windows, that's when you will actually even use more fuel, and I'm going to explain why to you. So I was having this conversation with this mechanic, and then we actually took this conversation to YouTube to confirm it. So cars are built in such a way that aerodynamics has a huge role to play with cars. That's why some cars have some certain types of shapes. They have fins, they have some designs on the sides. The reason is because they want them to glide through the wind as they're going, right? So if you are using your air conditioning and you're driving through, your car will go smoothly. But if you wind down your glasses, the car will be resistant to the wind, and then it would force you to use more petrol or more fuel, as the case may be. So generally, if you use your AC, it doesn't mean that you're going to use too much of your fuel. Just it makes no sense. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Next time I'm in Ghana, please remind me. So when I get into one of these ride-hailing services and they refuse to use the air conditioning,
yes,
because
just tell
petrol
them
is
that
expensive,
it doesn't make any difference.
Yes, I will remember this for sure. All right, so moving on to our third musing, I beg your pardon. This has to do with, yes, banking system wahala in Nigeria. So walking into the bank this afternoon, I didn't have a mask on, and a lot of places are not mandating everyone coming in to wear masks. So the security person at the door says, oh, you need to wear a mask. And I said, I'm so sorry, I don't have a mask. Usually I have masks in my own car, but I wasn't driving mine. So he said, well, you need a mask to go in. And I said, I don't have one. And then he looks at me up, down, up, down, up, down. And then he reluctantly walks to the side and gets a bag that had maybe 50 masks in it. And these are cloth masks. And he offers it to me to take one. And I'm thinking, so you had the mask. And I had to tell you twice that I didn't have a mask. And you could have just offered me this mask from the beginning and saved us at least 30 seconds of conversation. And yeah, so at least I got a free mask.
Well, some banks or some places, they'd make you go out and then walk all the way to go and buy the masks. And some other people have become wiser, so they would have another person on the side that sells those masks for 100 naira, 200, and then they would buy. So yeah, I guess they were a little bit nice to you. Maybe that's why he sized you up, and said up, down, up, down. Okay, let me give her a mask. She looks like a responsible person,
Wow.
as opposed to saying, "Oh God, we don't get mask." All right, so our third musing, I want to talk about fourth musing actually. I want to talk about radio TV license, and this was a conversation that Zibia and I had a few minutes ago. So in other parts of the world, they come to you, and the governments, of course, come to you and ask for your radio TV license. And I remember growing up as a child, I've seen a few people from the local governments. They would come, they would ask for your license for radio and TV, and then some people put up resistance and say, "Did you buy the TV for me? Did you buy the radio for me?" That kind of thing. But actually, it is the right thing to do. That said, I haven't seen those people around in years. And when I say years, I'm talking maybe 15 years. Now I know that local government people walk around and, they ask for shop permits, they ask for people in the shops and other things related. Or if you have a signpost, they collect the, money for all those things, tax for all those things. But I've not heard of radio TV license in a very long time.
See, this problem of taxes, okay, it's not really a problem because people are meant to pay taxes, but sometimes I've heard business owners complain about paying federal taxes, state taxes, and there's so many things they have to pay for that sometimes they even lose track of what it is. So it's a lot. And to be honest, I'm actually glad. Okay, yeah, I'll rephrase that. I've never seen the TV license people ever in Nigeria. So I don't know how effective it was back in the day when you were seeing them.
Well, I don't know because I wasn't paying them. So.
Yeah. But I'm sure no one wants to pay for extra taxes at this point in Nigeria. But if it's the law, I guess it's the law.
It is.
All right, so moving on to our fifth and final musing. This one has to do with nosy people. So every now and then, right, you bump into someone who doesn't really know you, but for some reason they act like they're interested in what you're doing. So let's say you're at a bank, you're filling a form, and then someone is looking over your shoulder, or someone beside you forgets that they're carrying out their own transaction and they're staring at you or staring at your phone or whatever. So while I was queuing today, while I was at the top of the line and speaking to one of the customer service agents who was trying to sort out my problem, I had to fill a form and I was trying to get some things I had saved on my phone. And this person beside me, who was talking to another agent, turns around and is just staring at my phone. Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, but why? And he kept doing it, and at some point I said, you know what, I'm gonna ignore him. And then I saw that he was trying to fill something, so I said, you know what, let's give him a little taste of his own medicine. So I turned around and I'm looking in like, okay, yes, I'm looking at you and what you're doing.
Why didn't you just tell him, do you mind? He'll understand.
I don't know, I felt like I just wanted him to feel how I was feeling, feel like his privacy was being invaded, and I kept staring like point blank. It was a bit extra. He probably thought I was weird because I did look a bit more, but I wasn't even interested in what he was doing. I just wanted him to feel a little bit of what I was feeling. And I think it worked because he kept turning around to look at me like...
maybe he just liked you and he didn't know how to say, hey, madam, I like you. This is a bank, but can we take it outside?
Wow.
Yeah, but a funny thing is sometimes when you go to the banks and you meet all sorts of people there, sometimes they might be looking to you to help them fill their booklets or their forms or whatever it is. And I've seen a couple of people so many times, they walk up to me, young people, much like myself, or maybe even younger.
Right.
And they'll be like, okay. And because they wouldn't know how to ask you. And then they'll be like, can you, do you need me to help you fill this? So I've done that for a few people, but I guess... Well, this gentleman doesn't look like the kind of person I can't feel, right?
No, not at all. He definitely could.
So he probably wanted your number then. Okay.
Oh, well, he didn't get it. He probably changed his mind. He's like, this girl is weird. Well, that's it for our 5 at 5. Let us know what your thoughts are. We can see some messages coming through, and we'll read them later on in the show.
Yeah, the WhatsApp number is 0809-444-091. A little hiccup there. We'll just come joins us in a few more seconds. Stay with us.